Good morning. It's Mrs.Z. Okay, today we have grade 5, mission 2, lesson 14, exit ticket. Convert days to weeks. So days to weeks. Days are smaller, weeks are larger units by completing the number sentences. So now we have to make sense of this. They say 35 days. So you have 35 days and they want you to change that into weeks. So they have some procedure, like they say, okay, if I have 35 days, that is times 1 day. So 35 times 1 day makes 35 days. But then they say, okay, 1 day, it represents last practice we had to know if 1 day that represents, what did I do? This is part of why. 1 day is equals as 1 out of 7 weeks. So that represent a week. So what that means, you're going to use this knowledge to say, okay, 1 day is really 1 out of 7 pieces or 7 days that represent week. So now we have 35 days, and then we just needed to say, what is a 35 times 1/7? So if you look that, it's like additional, when you multiply the whole number by fraction, you should change the whole into form of a fraction. Then you're going to multiply by 1/7. If you say 35 divided by 1, you get 35. Okay, now there is a rule about multiplying fraction by fraction. That's why we changed the whole number into fraction. So now we have a numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So 35 times 35 times 1, I don't know what, and then 1 times 7. So which you got really 35 divided by 7. When you know this, this fraction line, it means division. So you're going to do 35 divide into 7 parts. So you can think what number times 7 equals 35. And you can skip count by 7 to get, oh, there is 5 sevens in 35. So 5 times. So your final answer there is 5 weeks. In 35 days, there's 5 weeks because 35 divided by 7 equals 5. But this is all like process. If you have this here bigger number, then it's just the 35. All right. Now let's go to the next one. Convert grams to kilograms. So gram is about like a weight of little paper clip, and kilogram is like I don't know, kilo of flour, or it's 1,000 grams are in a kilogram. So if you look this, you can say 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. But if I look what 1 gram is, that is 1 out of 1,000 pieces, that makes kilogram. Or we can say that 1 gram is 0 whole kilograms, 0 tenths, 0 hundreds, only 1 out of 1,000 pieces that makes kilogram. So this is that what you need to consider in this situation. So how we can follow the same procedure? We have these grams, and we need to know how many are kilograms there. So we can use the rule 4,567 times. Now we're going to use 1 gram. Okay, so that is the same, but now we're going to change gram into the kilogram. So 4,567 times, and then if you use a fraction, you can do times 1 out of 1,000. That's what you can use, or you can use the decimal, which is times 0.001 kilogram. Okay, so if you multiply this number gonna get 1,000 times smaller. So that means that you will have a 4 holes in there. If you think about this situation, I'd rather you to think, okay, there is 1,000 pieces, so 1,000 of grams will make 1 kilogram. So if you think of 4,567 divided into the 1,000, you can see that here is a 4,000 divided by 1,000 is going to give you a 4 holes. So you really have 4 whole kilograms, and rest is 567 out of the next kilogram. So same thing if you are using that knowledge of multiplying by 0.01, it's or that means you are dividing with 1,000 as well. So here's 4 holes and 567 kilograms. So if you have 4,000 grams, that makes 4 kilograms, 4 whole kilograms, and 567 is extra from the next 1,000 of the grams. That is okay. So if you are doing this, so you can see also, if you don't, there is another representation I like to see, 4,567 grams. You need to change into kilograms, so that means you need to divide 4,567 by 1,000, or you can see this as 4,567 divided by 10 and a power of 3. And then if you look that becomes also 4,567 kilograms. Okay, so that's another way to see the same process than this one here. I hope that was not too confusing, guys. All right, I love you. I try my best. Okay, see you next time. Bye.